All right, Jesse, we're at your farm, Broken Spoke, in Hillsborough, North Carolina, and I just wanted you to talk a little bit about your on-farm sales and how you do that and the progression and stuff like that.
Yeah, so me and my father, we started a blueberry and asparagus farm up in Virginia, and it was just, we sold wholesale. And I really, when I came down here and started visiting Brooke and seeing what's going on and this whole agritourism idea and going to the farm and pick your own, and that's where I really was like, man, people want to come to the farm and not just the farmer's market. And so when we were purchasing land, that's like something we were really looking at. Man, there was so much beautiful land far out in the country, but we wanted to find something close to the city, still rural, and like we found this piece of land on Pleasant Green and St. Mary's Road, lots of publicity, and that's it, man. We knew that we had the visual. There's lots of people driving by, and again, everything takes a while to build a clientele, but like a lot of people just come here and they're like, man, I remember when y'all bought this land, I saw y'all working out there and we were wondering what's going on. And those first couple of years I was just out here working, people seeing us was like, everybody's like, man, I can't wait.
So were you always doing on-farm sales, like from the beginning?
So yeah, man, so from day one, we personally, it's kind of weird, but I get kind of slightly anxious at farmers markets, even when I'm shopping, and that just was never something that appealed to me. I worked at a couple farms and, getting up at 3, 4 in the morning, getting ready, going there all day long, coming home with produce that you didn't sell was aggravating. And, for us, in those first couple years, I was kind of like going out to the garden, picking, bringing it up here. I'd look at the table, I'd be like, oh, we need some more of this. And I was able to do that. I felt I could keep my prices down. I'm not driving anything anywhere. I don't have any real major infrastructure, which I'm about to build now in terms of refrigeration. But, those first few years, I was able to just like put it on the table as fresh as can be. And,
okay, and so business kind of picked up in the last couple years, you'd say?
Yeah, business picked up with the ice cream.
Okay, basically. Talk about the ice cream a little bit.
Yeah, so man, I was having a conversation with this man, and he had been to a blueberry pick your own, and he had seen an ice cream machine, a carnival trailer there, and he said the place was packed, and I was like, oh man. So I gave this guy a call, visited him, and sure enough, man, the ice cream. And so here we are, we had tables full of beautiful vegetables, cars driving by, and then we started selling ice cream, and we started selling all the vegetables on our table.
Okay, and so with COVID, how has that changed?
Man, this is weird to say, but it was a weird blessing for us. It was like we were the people that were open every day. There was not a tight grocery store people were scared of. We had plenty of room outside. People can come, get what they need, pay Venmo, not touch anything. We have a hand washing station, sanitizer. The COVID really helped us. People were just like in those months of March and April, they just wanted something green.
Right.
And man, we had it. And then, so we were doing so well, we were selling out. And so we were just calling all our local farm friends like, hey, you guys, we have a table here. It's killing it. Do y'all have anything that y'all could offer? And they were like, man, Jesse, we grew all this stuff for restaurants and the restaurants are closed. We don't have anywhere to sell it. And it was perfect, man. It was like, we deal with 3 farms right now, twice a week, and they're just bringing us produce.
Right, and some of those farms have been on this channel before. Like,
man,
who are we talking about?
So we're talking about Gordon and Vera, 10 Mothers. I don't know if Dave's been on from Red's Quality. Miles and Angie from Southwind Farm. Okay. We got Boxcar Cheese.
Okay, so some great local people.
Orlea Flowers.
Okay.
We have people bring flowers here. These are just things that we don't grow, but we sell. And it's like, I'm starting to think that I need toilet paper and shampoo up here, to be a little grocery store. But
I think one of the beautiful things about that too is that a lot of small farms were doing restaurant sales that got pretty much, that were done selling to restaurants with COVID. So you're able to, take some of that produce off their hands too.
Yeah, which I think was a huge blessing. And again, man, it was like, I didn't grow enough for this crowd. I had no idea. And it was so nice. It felt so bad to have all these people show up and my table was empty. Okay. And then it felt so good to have all the awesome, beautiful farms bring all this beautiful produce, and then my table's full again, and so I can't thank them enough.
Okay, that's awesome in so many ways. So talk about some of the logistics here. So it's Sunday right now, and you guys do on the cone sales for ice cream. Only on Sundays.
Only on Sundays for now.
Okay. Oh, for now, okay.
Maybe Friday and Saturday was what we did last year, but you know.
Maybe summertime or something.
Summertime for sure. Yep.
Okay, cool. And so, but you guys are open 7 days a week for, how does that work?
Yeah, so it's exhausting, but as we all know, we're picking vegetables every day of the week. So if, you know, and again, we didn't really have good refrigeration. And, you know, we've always talked about taking a couple days off, but those random days that we thought we would take off and we're open, we still make good money. So it's like, you know what, we grow in the summer, we take that time off in the winter, and right now we just crank it out. We're open every day. We open at noon, so we have all morning to set up and get ready. And then we just kind of walk away. We come up here every once in a while to restock, but for the most part, all these little tiny signs, you know, with the Venmo and the PayPal or the cash in the box, and you know, and then with Facebook, and we can kind of say, here's how it works, and then people, you know, people figure it out pretty quickly, and they help themselves, and you know, we don't really worry about theft. I mean, you know, we used to have a change bowl because obviously an ATM only will give you a 20 these days, but what we've tried to express to others is like, hey, if you bring that 20, put it in the box and remember that we owe you 15 bucks or something, or if you need, just take what you need and come pay us later the next time you're here, you know. And again, we're talking a few dollars when, and these things, I don't want to worry about that, you know. And
right. In some ways, I think COVID probably helped this as well, in that it's very socially distant. It feels better than going into a supermarket. And I think that with most people now buying almost everything online, people
Totally.
can come in and just do their thing.
yeah, and they can, and then, you know, they've come here, they saw what's going on, and they're like, nah, I don't want to go back to the grocery store, even when life gets normal. I kept saying that, like, man, I think this pandemic has been rough on small local farms, and all I hope is that when things do become normal, these people stick with us, because I feel like they put us through the ringer this year, you know. And
I think they'll get used to the quality. I think that's
Yeah,
going to be the big
man.
thing. And so with this, with selling the other people's produce here, you guys are very clear. I see like stuff labeled where farms, you know, where things are coming from.
Yep.
I think the transparency is key too.
And we're not looking to make money off these people's stuff. We're looking to keep my table full. Like, in all reality, my money comes from ice cream. So if my table's beautiful and somebody else is making money, that's fine with me, because I'll get mine from the ice cream or from the salad that we grow, or, you know, from the things that we have on the table. And yeah, no, man, those other farmers are killing it. I want that, you know, and it's so cool that they're doing that for me, for us. So of course I'm gonna write their name on it.
That's awesome. Are most of the sales on the weekends, or do you get a steady stream during the week too?
No, it's steadied all week long.
Okay.
And again, this year, last year not so much. This year, you know, I really think they came here because those grocery stores were, you know, scary or closed or whatever, and now they just keep coming. And it's not like this during the week, obviously, but we, you know, with our ice cream in the freezer, we offer the little wooden spoon in the paper, you know. People still eat the ice cream out of the pint here and still walk around all week long. But like I said, it's not as good as right out of the machine.
Absolutely. So just simply you basically just leave everything out, and there's signs where people know how to pay.
Yes. Yep. And we just, you know, eggplant, $2 each.
Okay.
And, you know, just simple signs like that. And yeah.
And that's amazing. You know, you are putting in a little bit of work every day setting up your farm stand, but you don't
Yeah.
have to go to the farmer's market.
Right. And again, there's no real waste. And but at this time, to scale up, you know, our next major purchase is a walk-in.
That makes sense.
Just so that I'm not having to run back into the garden in the middle of the day to go pick more of something. You know, that
Yeah.
is like.
So
Yeah.
what are some of the other challenges with this sort of sales outlet?
The biggest challenge is that we're open every day, and it's exhausting. You know, we don't get to just work on the farm all week long and then go to the farmer's market on, you know, get ready on Friday, go on Saturday. Like, we're setting this thing up every day, and it's pretty exhausting. But fortunately, you know, my wife jumped on board. She helps with the farm stand now. I get to stay in the gardens all morning long, where I used to just do all this stuff by myself. And now I got 2 employees this year.
Okay. And so obviously you guys have this set up. People know what you guys are doing, but what sort of marketing helped, or is it just like the draw of ice cream originally?
You know, so I was really dead set on no social media. Like, I just wanted this to be this community. People drive by. I got chalkboard signs out the road. People know what's going on here.
Location,
like,
too.
Location, right? Like right here on a very busy road. And but some things started happening. There was like we just decided to jump on board with the social media, and that became really fun. You know, like, oh man, I've never done that. You know, I didn't have a Facebook account or whatever, and it was fun to like take the pictures, and then I really just started disliking the amount of time I was spending on it, maybe looking at other stuff, but really, man, all the questions, you know, for coming from people. So it was, luckily my wife also took control of that, and she's able to like answer the questions. But you know, that those social media followers,
has that increased your business as well?
Yeah, you know, where I was like, man, I just really want you know, word of mouth, my community. But
right.
in all reality, social media is word of mouth these days. Like, you know, I didn't know that, but now I see that's what word of mouth is.
Well, very cool. You guys got an awesome thing going on here, and I think the honor system thing is great. It's kind of like an old school approach as well.
Yeah, man, I got, you know, when I used to spend more time up here, man, so many old timers would come by and just tell me about the other like honor system farm stands in Durham County and Orange County. And yeah, man, I just think that's, you know, it's hard for a farmer to sell and grow, you know, so it's like, and we're not, you know, again, man, if people are stealing food, that's fine with me.
All right, well, that's awesome. I'll leave links down below for everything to check you guys out. Thanks so much.
Yeah, man, thank y'all.